Hi everyone, I am Yuvarany, Assistant Professor, School of Physiotherapy, SBV Chennai, deemed to be University. Today I will be taking the session on basic physics from the subject of electrotherapy, and I am really glad to have this opportunity to share something interesting concepts about how the physical world works, from the motion and forces to energy and matter. So let's get into the topic. Electricity. So electricity is a flow of an electric charge. So it is of two types. One is static electricity, another one is current electricity. And this is the structure of atoms: proton, neutron and electrons. Proton is a positive charge, neutron is a no charge, and electron is a negative charge. So electric charges can either be positive or nor be negative. So next we'll discuss about the alike charges and unlike charges. So two things with the same charges will repel each other. And in different charges, two things with different charges will attract each other. Next is static electricity. So it is the movement of electrons from one material to another. So for example, when an object which contains more positive charges have a positive charge, and an object contains more negative charges as a negative charge. So when two different materials are rubbed together, often the electrons will be transferred from one to another. Then the two materials will become oppositively charged. And since unlike charges attract, the two materials will attract each other. Current electricity. So when electrons move, they carry electrical energy from one place to another. This is called current electricity or an electric current. So electricity, it is stored in a battery. We can use this energy in the form of battery to power a flashlight. So for an electric current to happen, there must be a circuit. A circuit, it is a closed path or loop around which an electric current flows. A circuit is usually made of linking the electrical components together with the pieces of wire cable. Then conductors, electrical components, switches and generators. So these are the components of current electricity. So generators, which is supplies the energy. Conductor, it is a metal wire that let the electricity flow through the circuit. And electrical components, it transforms the electricity into the other form of energy. And switches, which open and close the circuit. So static electricity, it is caused by a friction and the movement of negative charges called electrons. And for staticity, example, lightning. So it is also caused by a static electricity, that is when as a rain, the cloud moves through the sky. So they rub against the air around them. So this makes them build up a huge electric charge. Eventually, when the charge is big enough, it sends to the earth as a bolt of lightning. Current electricity, when the electrons move, they carry the electrical energy from one place to another. Insulators are materials that prevent or reduce the flow or passage of heat or electricity, such as glass, rubber, plastic, wood and porcelain. Conductors are material or substance that allows the electricity or heat to go through it. Next one is lines of force. So these are the imaginary lines representing a force field with characteristics such as starting on positive charges and ending on negative ones for the electric field, and it is forming the closed loops from north to south poles for the magnetic fields. So they mainly indicate the direction and strength of the force, with greater density signifying a stronger field. So key properties include the fact that they never intersect and are perpendicular to a conducting surface. What are the general properties of lines of force? So lines of force are imaginary but represent a real field. The density of lines indicates the strength of the field. They are close together where the field is stronger and farther apart where it is weaker. And then a tangent to a line of force at any point, it gives the direction of the force at that point. Next is properties of the electric field lines. So electric lines of force which start on a positive charge and end on a negative charge. They never intersect each other. They are always perpendicular to the surface of a conductor. Lines of force inside a conductor do not exist. Properties of magnetic field lines. So magnetic field lines is a continuous closed loop originating from the north pole and terminating at the south pole outside the magnet and continuing from the south to the north pole inside the magnet. So they are in the state of tension like a stretched string. They repel each other when they are parallel and travel in the same direction. They cannot intersect each other. Capacitor. It is a device used to store an electric charge consisting of one or more pairs of conductors separated by an insulator. So capacitor is otherwise called as condenser. It consists of two metal plates separated by a non-conducting substance or dielectric. So when direct voltage is applied across the capacitor, then the positive charge will get accumulated at one plate and the negative charge will accumulate at the another plate. So both positive and negative charges are of equal amount. Principle of capacitor. So the capacitor has two plates separated by a distance having equal and opposite charges. So different capacitor types are used based on the voltage, requirement, capacitance and other properties. A capacitor is formally termed as a condenser. Every capacitor consists of plates or two electrical conductors and it is separated by a dielectric. So they are employed in electrical circuits found in various electronic devices. Types of capacitor. It is of two types. One is polarized, another one is unpolarized. So polarized capacitor, it is an important component of an electronic circuit and it is often termed as an electrolytic capacitor. So these capacitors are used to achieve the high capacitive density. An unpolarized capacitor, it is preferred over a polarized capacitor because it does not get destroyed by the reverse voltage and it can be used in any pure. So it also find application in direct current circuit as they don't have positive and negative ends. So the frequency of the unpolarized capacitor is high and the leakage current is low. Construction of a capacitor. The basic construction of all capacitor is very simple and it is made of electrically conductive plates placed close to each other but they do not touch each other. These conductive plates are normally made of materials such as aluminum, brass or copper. And then the conductive plates of a capacitor is separated by a small distance and the empty space with these plates is filled with a non-conductive material or electric insulator or dielectric region. So the non-conductive material or region between the two plates may be an air, vacuum, glass, liquid or solid. So this non-conductive material is called as the dielectric. And the two conductive plates of a capacitor are the good conductors of electricity. Therefore, they can easily pass the electric current to them. The conductive plates of the capacitor, it also hold the electric charge and in capacitors, these plates are mainly used to hold the charge, store the electric charges. So this is the picture. So these are the electric field, positively charged, negative charge and it is a connecting wire and these two are the charged conductive plates. So protons, electrons and these are the components. Thank you.